PR right here, you can take a look at the media for it, and it's got like it's basically something that will be. It's a program that's going to be on every security officer PDA, and it's going to have all these. It's going to basically be a flow chart that's like what's it called? It's going to be a flow chart. So like if you let's say you have a case that's going on, and you don't know what crime exactly you're going to charge someone with. So you think of the situation like, oh, so this guy has been destroying glass to get into a place and steal something. So then it's going to ask you a series of questions. So, like, did the suspect have an illicit or controlled item, substance, or entity? And then it's going to give you a series of these questions, and eventually, it's going to arrive at a what's it called? It's going to arrive at a crime that you can charge them with. Um, that PR has made me really excited, and this puts in the wrong details. I mean, hey, I see issue, I guess. Um, but that's something that has excited me a little bit. I've been really excited to see that. I see that's one PR in particular. Uh, PS3 has their hand up. What's up, PS3? More or less wanted to bring attention in chat. Mouse Ops is on the horizon. Whiskey Station coming to, which is a sister station of Glacier, and Synthoids. These dudes. Yes. I have no idea what this is. But according to PS3, it shoots lasers from their head. Um, interesting. Very interesting. Uh, some kind of new mob. Are they going to be okay? Salvage. All right, that's a cool idea. Um, I think that falls in line with um. I like how Phil changed his nickname as like a sort of status. BRB. I gotta let my dog out. That's funny. Um, but Phil, I brought up to Phil, like a ways back, like, oh, we should have like these like mechanoid things, kind of like RimWorld, where it's like there's these slightly sentient, um, robotic things that can be like hostile, or maybe they could be made by like robotics. Um, I would I mean, imagine fucking a a what is it? A Militor from RimWorld? Like the little guys that have like a mini shotgun? Like just imagine one of those fucking things. And like I mean they don't shoot like extremely fast. It could be like a like just one shot every like 5 seconds or something like that. Like that shit would be threatening. Um, I think it would be a really cool idea for Delta V to just have these interesting mobs and stuff. But Phil brought up at some point, like, hey, we should have like custom mobs for Delta V, and I brought that up. So this kind of sounds like a pretty cool mob idea. I don't know if you PS3 have you run that by Phil yet? Okay, that's cool. Phil, when Phil comes back, he's probably going to talk about some stuff he's been working on that is also really exciting. Um, what else? Um, as far as maps, um, if any of you are maintainers for maps or whatnot, we are planning on having Velcro isn't here, so I guess I'll speak. I'll say this for him. Uh, Velcro was saying that we should have winter versions of our maps. And if we're going to do that, we need to have those maps ready by a certain time. I'm going to bring PS3 back to audience. Uh, yeah. What about Halloween versions of maps? We're just gonna have to be better about that next year. TBH. The deadline for the winter maps, I believe, was I don't remember. It was either the 13th or the 15th, something like that. Yeah, the map renderer is fucked up again. Scout wants to talk. What's up, Scout? I'm sorry, Nosford. I realize now that you had your hand up for a little bit.
I can let Nosford go first, if
Well,
anything.
that is very polite of you. I will do that. Hey, Nosford, this better be good. Scout gave up their valuable spot just for you.
I just wanted to talk about the rework of Diona that VM Solidus is doing, considering
Hmm.
the rebase practically ruined them. Uh, because a main fact of Diona before were the fact that they could not slip. However,
Wisdom did that. That wasn't us. Yeah, we
yeah,
haven't
I
touched them
know
at all.
that was the rebase. I just said that, and
We never had Diana
everything.
We
before.
prior to rebase, we didn't really have Diona.
Yeah, we did. I've been
Did
playing
we?
Diona for ages.
Na- No, that was during. Forgive me. That was during Niano. When it was Niano, Diona came out, and then I think Rain and Co were like, "Man, fuck this shit. We don't need this. This shit
I
sucks."
I I don't know. I've been playing Diona since before the rebase.
Yeah,
That was
but
like a few weeks at most.
No,
anyway, I think that
Yeah,
was
it was.
probably around the time that we were just like, hey, let's just add all these all these what's it called, species like
anyways,
Vulpin and
currently
whatnot.
Diona only get hungry or thirsty like an hour into the shift, and I think that's due to the fact that the hunger rate is at like 0.008 or something. And currently, VM Solidus is working on a rework of them where they don't get any movement at all, but they do get more health. Like,
Mm.
even if they took meth or stimulants, they don't get a speed boost, but nothing can slow them down either.
Okay, I
That's all.
mean, if like well, I mean,
Yeah. Also, I
you,
definitely
oh, go
remember
ahead.
Diona being around a hell of a lot longer than what you guys are saying.
What I'm saying is that it wasn't a selectable species when it was around in Niano days.
We're not really. They're making it like a separate species type thing, but to where you don't have to edit the. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know much about that. Anyways, that's all. Thanks for giving up your spot. You can have it back now.
Well, I mean, as far as our implementation of Diona, I I I don't really care too much. I mean, like I don't I personally don't even play Diona. If you want to like make some kind of rework for it, I guess maybe consider running that by you can consider running it by Wisden first of all. Um, because it is their species. If we and if they don't like it, then maybe we can do something as far as Delta V. Um, I don't know if debug really cares too much about that. I don't really want to. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
should
want to
really
touch.
be
Oh, go ahead.
done by Wisdom first. If they don't want to do it, then maybe we can look at it, but it should still be brought by them first.
Yeah, yeah, I agree because like I said, it's an upstream species. So yeah, we don't want to cause too much. We don't want to cause too many differences and then have like an upstream rework or something, and then it's like, oh well, now we gotta maybe like scrap it all and then just take the new one. Uh,
Oh, I am
uh
back, by the way.
welcome back. Uh, what else was there? I think I had something, but then I lost it. Rule 10. Oh yeah. So we were talking in the admin meeting that we held prior to this is we've noticed a kind of instance of friendly antagonists. And for a time, it was true that whenever someone would help and be like, "Hey, I didn't want to, I didn't want to be an antagonist. I didn't want to be a traitor this round," and then I would respond. I would be like, "Hey, well, I mean, you don't have to do your objectives. Like, you can just like do whatever." Yeah, it's pretty much going forward. It's pretty much exactly how Carolyn is saying it. Just disable it, because friendly antagonists. And let me get something straight when I say friendly antag. I mean, like, when you're given these objectives as a syndicate agent, you're it's with the expectation that you're going to cause a bit of a ruckus on the station to accomplish these objectives. Um, there's room for like doing some side chaos or something like that, but um, for the most part, as an agent, you should be trying to do your objectives. And we're probably what we're going to end up doing is we're going to make an adjustment to the antag rule, which should be Rule 10, I think. That says if you are a traitor, you should be attempting to do your objectives and stuff like that. If you are an antag, you should be attempting to do your antag objectives. That's basically the gist of what I'm saying. So no more of the like I'm a Cindy bartender. I'm just gonna be hanging out at the bar just smoking Cindy cigarettes. Like no more of that. You got to actually fucking actually put in some effort to, like, I don't know, blow some fucking holes in this station. That's basically the idea here. So yeah, that was Rule 10. Bureaucratic Cindy's count like starting their own revolution by recruiting for the syndicate. Starting their own revolution. That's kind of weird because if you're not an antagonist, why would you just join a revolution to join like the syndicate or something? Like, that's not really, I don't know about that one. That one's not really, you would have to help that prior to trying, because it is in the rules, Rule 2, I think, that you can't really incite these things without admin permission. It's always been that way. Who was it that? Oh my god. So Grego raised his hand, but Scout, I kind of forgot. Might be.
You forgot about me? How rude.
I'm so sorry.
Anyways, hi. I had some questions about, and I'm being a crackhead about psionics again. I had some questions about psionic stuff going on right now because I've been hearing some weird reports about very particularly MG's suit for some people apparently
they're really
isn't giving
buggy.
psionic insulation.
It's
And what-
really broken. It wasn't properly implemented, and I don't think anyone ever fixed it. It's like half the powers are still broken.
Oh no. Apparently Rev isn't psionic anymore. Revenants.
Yeah, that'd be correct.
Oh god. Okay. I'm just wondering what all of this is gonna get, if any of this is being focused on right now, basically.
When you code it,
Oh no.
because like I don't
I-
think anyone's actively working on it.
I think what you should do is just make a list of all of this
I'm going
that you
to.
noticed.
No worries.
Yeah,
I just
just
wanted to check
document
in
it.
first to see if anyone was doing it already.
Not that I'm aware of, at least.
Also partially because I was going to start learning C# and go
Yeah, I
get
really wouldn't
YAML
touch
practice
Psyonix.
in and go fix stuff.
It's like literally shit code right now. It's half implemented. A bunch of bad fixes to get it to work with modern code. It's really bad. So it shouldn't
Okay.
even be in the game in this state, but it is.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows. Yeah, that's broken. Okay, good. That's
Yeah, just
pretty
make
much
an
all.
issue and just put everything there, and someone will probably fix it sometime. Maybe.
It is like Leander said. Definitely see if there already is an issue on the GitHub, and if there isn't, definitely make a new one. Just
It should really
detailing
be all
what the
all put into one. There's like several issues, I think, and it should be one issue.
like just psionics, like problems with psionics.
Yeah, just
Pretty
one big
much.
issue instead of a bunch of smaller ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll go see what else I can
Yeah,
find
you
on
can
that, if
you can
anything.
get invisibility. It's like kind of I don't know how it's working right now, but it's really fucked. I don't think I should. I probably think we should remove it from the pool, but it's taking away another power, and it's kind of lame because we already have so few.
There was an issue with what was it? Mass sleep.
Yeah,
There
there's an
was
issue
an
with all
issue
of
with
them.
that.
Yeah, all of them have an issue at this point.
All of them are broken. It's
No, like there used to be an issue, and I was able to identify it. There was the fucking
yeah,
if
the
you
incorrect
got
action label. I know what you mean.
yeah, it would show that it was telegnostic projection, and then so there was that problem that someone helped it, and then I was like, huh, that's fucking weird. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah,
Like,
it's one we fixed, but it's like one of a million issues.
Yeah, so if you find like specific issues, this like just to the players in general, if you find like an issue, definitely, if you can like help it, just help it. If you find that it's a reproducible issue, you also can open up a GitHub issue or see if there is an issue already. Yeah, so there's a number of things that the players can do to help development out in identifying these problems and fixing them.
In my opinion, help shouldn't be used for bug reports. They don't really get reported at all. It should just make a bug report.
I report them.
Yeah, barely. As
I-
I've seen a lot of
I-
helps. Nothing ever gets reported.
I make
Yep.
issues upstream. I do it. But yeah, I guess fucking
Yeah, just
admins.
helps are for in-game issues. That's not for development, really.
I agree in that admins are admins. So I don't know how many admins here even know how to make a GitHub issue, but yeah, I agree. But if you can, if you report a bug in an help, I'm not going to be angry. I'll say that much.
Yeah, you won't get in trouble for it, but just make it on.
Unless it's
GitHub or
Nosford.
something. It's
Kidding.
But did you have any other questions, Scout, or anything else you wanted to bring up?
Just one more thing, and I'm still being a crackhead about psionics. I was just wondering if there's speaking on the sort of bits with mobs earlier, because that got brought up.
Mobs.
Is there any plans for like very particularly psionic, any sort of psionic mobs that maybe could be implemented into salvage stuff?
I've got a clue of what debug is probably going to say.
I know I'm about to get a when you
That's
code it. I
when
know I am.
No,
you
that's Gamer Wisp. They should be easy to port over, I think. No, don't quote me on that. I think they use like a custom AI stuff, but I
mean,
think the basic stuff can be easily ported.
as far as I
Alright.
know, Wisdom implemented a shooty AI, so we can just reuse that.
Yeah, that was like the most complicated part of it, but it also has some fucky stuff with only targeting psionic users.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's even possible without changing code.
Yeah, Wisp AI has always sucked. I do agree.
But
Then,
it's just one
Oh,
mob.
silly.
That's the sprites already exist. It's like the basic idea isn't that complicated.
if
We
I guess
the
if no
the
one's finding
sentient
anything.
vending machine event, Nosford. Sorry to interrupt. It
No, you're
has
good.
it exists, but we haven't.
Yeah, we
We
had it
disabled it and we disabled it
in like the first 2 weeks or so of the rebase going live.
yeah,
we
we
just
were like,
removed
man,
it.
this shit's dumb as fuck.
Because like it was every round, almost all of the vending machines just became sentient, and it's just like really
It
bad.
happens way too fucking often, for sure.
It was like at some point I think like there was one station there was no normal vending machines.
Either way, yeah, that's pretty much all. Thank you for having me. And for taking time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hop out now.
Bye bye. Okay. One thing that I did want to say is that, so look, I get that as this goes for security. I get that if somebody like does like some kind of capital crime, like murder or something like that, I get that it might be really open and shut. Like, yo, this guy's hella like it's obvious he did it. We caught him red-handed. You still got to do a trial for capital crimes. You got to do the trial. They don't have to be fast. They don't. It specifies that you are required to have a trial if it's a capital crime. So the thing is that so many people they think of trials as this really long thing that they're gonna take forever. Some guy's gonna play the fucking Phoenix Wright music on loop, like for it's gonna take an eternity. Uh, y- you just gotta fucking just trial procedure is specified in the SOP. You can see it on the wiki or otherwise. Trials do not have to take long. At a maximum, it says in the procedure, at a maximum, each side is given 5 minutes. It says that in there. The only time it's more than that, it's if the judge says it's necessary. So you don't need to take that long for trials. You really don't. What I would like to see, and please hold your when you code it. What I would like to see is like some kind of like desktop like timer. You know, like basically like a chess timer almost. You know, just shows like 5 minutes and then it counts down when you start it.
We
I would
have
like to see
generic
that.
timers.
We do. Oh,
There's
well,
there's generic. They exist. It's brick timers are the more advanced ones, but there's really generic ones that just have timers and don't do anything else.
that's cool. I would want to look at those, and I would want to see about
Yeah,
some
it's
way
a
that we
really
could
generic
implement them
system.
practically.
You could even just like make a different item. It doesn't have to be the one. I think it's really generic.
That's cool. That's really cool. And I would love to have I would love to have something like I was describing as far as like a tabletop thing that just counts down. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, just map it. It already exists.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. This was a learning experience. What's up,
Yeah,
Phil?
don't use a
Oh,
brick timer. Just use a
sorry.
normal timer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, because I was thinking about this actually yesterday, it would be really good if timers were mapped into courtrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad I wasn't the only one who thought of that because I forgot to say that when I thought about it.
I'll just briefly touch on what Cataclysm said.
Yeah, please.
Please don't spam plants. Like, just don't. You
Yeah,
can.
I will actually roll ban you from botanist. It's
Yeah,
actually really bad.
we've done it for some people. Like just
Like,
growing a fuckload of plants and then just fucking
really
making
big
a
plants too, like
huge mess. I'm not talking like just a mess in botany. I'm talking like way more than just botany. It's
When it gets to
huge.
the point that like I can see botany on the entity graph, it's you've already fucked up at that point.
If you're
'Cause I
if you're
like
making a bunch of plants and it's fucking up the lighting engine when we get when you get close enough to hydroponics, you need to address it. Like it's fucking ridiculous. Um, this has historically been a problem, and like yeah, just please just behave. Like put that shit in like a fucking box or something. Uh, yeah.
or just don't make that many for no reason. Like it's really not there's no
Yeah.
RP reason to make that many plants in the first place.
Yeah. Sometimes they just go way overboard. Um, I did see they also were adding fuck, what was it? What was the new mutation that it was? It was something that fuck. I posted it in general a while ago. Let me look at the fucking look at the change log. It wasn't gas release. It was lemon. Lemon has a mutation, the lemoon, which could be ground for milk.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw it. It's kind of weird, but I mean it's a new mutation. So I mean, so now you don't. Hey, think of it this way: you don't have to have a cow. Botany
Oh,
doesn't even
also,
need botany doesn't need a cow. They can just make
right.
their own fucking milk.
speaking of pull requests, I still need your opinion on this one.
Allow mind shield implants to be removed.
Yeah, it's
I
like
thought I said it was okay.
yeah, we talked to a few people about it in a different server, and like we decided it would be better if you could just remove the implants instead of having to kill commands.
Yeah,
Because currently you can't remove implants; it'll just tell you to fuck off. I wanted to do it differently with an item, but that takes a bit of time, and this works right now while I work on the item I wanted to do.
yeah, I'm fine
So I
with this.
think this does fuck with the game a little bit. Like you can't win if you convert the implanted command member, but
I think I'm fine with temporary fixes, and
yeah,
like
they
I
don't
would
really
be fine with
win
this.
anyways. Yeah, then I'm just gonna merge it right now.
Yeah, go for it. So
Also, EMAC disposals. I'm gonna remove that. It's like just being able to get instantly removed from the round with one click. That's just really
yeah,
really
that's
stupid. I hate it.
fucking
I keep saying I will. I haven't looked at where it even does that, but I'm gonna delete it because it sucks so bad. Because if you touch it, you just instantly get removed. It's like really stupid. I don't think why they even added that in the first place. Yeah, this is really easy to disable. It's literally one line.
what else?
Fun removal.
What else were
Yeah,
we?
the fun 1984.
Nah.
Nosford has his hand up. Like to speak.
So I've got like 2 or 3 things that I want to bring up. Number 1 is the thief antagonist that Wisden's working on.
Yep.
Number
They're working
2
on it.
is the Lamia, and number 3, didn't we remove disposals for the disposal emagging, or at least change it for that exact reason pre-rebase? We had it.
That never existed that I'm aware of.
Pretty sure it did, because it just gibbed bodies and not people.
I didn't hear the second thing you said. was that?
Lamia.
Lamia.
They're not done yet, so that's not
Yeah, I
something we're gonna
know.
talk about this meeting. Not
Alright.
right now.
There's no much point talking things that are not done or
Yeah,
not
and
there.
same
Like,
for Thieves. It's like they're still working on it. It's not even close to being finished that I'm aware of. It's not something we're
Got
gonna talk about right now.
Alright.
we'll get there when they get there. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Was there anything else? I know about the thieves. I know they're being worked on. I actually, I think I helped review that because there was like a lot of grammar mistakes in it. But wonder if that actually got merged. If he actually saw all that stuff. But
I just made a pull request that removes the ability to instantly gip someone by emagging it. Recyclers, I mean. No, they're just not gonna do that at all. Just throw them out into space. Or use the biomass reclaimer. You can biomass reclaim anyone. That's like we removed the limit on that. Just break it to medical. Yeah, that was like biomass easy mode, I think. It's always been part of the game, but you couldn't grind up normal bodies before. But we disabled that.
okay, all my there's like a couple of these suggestions that I made out of like 10. they all got accepted. I made a difference. Anyway,
No, you haven't. Not that I'm aware of. It just like if you put someone in it, it just deletes everything they have.
I know, but I can
Yeah, it
I
it
can
does
point
now.
at it. I can point at it. And I can be like, "Yo, I helped there."
That was like a check in if it had a soul or not. It's part of a C4 until we changed it to be disabled. So you can just grind up anything, as long as it's like been alive at some point. It also made like cloning cheaper, I think. But who cares? It's just grind up a cow or something.
Okay. Did anybody else have any other like questions for the staff or anything?
I could talk about the art stuff I'm working on, but I feel like there's not really much to show right now other than what I've already posted in art and spriting.
No, you can talk about
Uh,
your stuff. You can post it here
Oh.
too.
Okay. Hold on. So I'm working on a art overhaul for a lot of the default wisdom sprites. Let me get the link.
What?
The first thing I'm working on is computers. I already posted the work in progress here. And my plan is eventually Delta V will have a more unique look from upstream. And that will help contribute to it standing out and having its own identity better. So I'm like as I make more progress in the art overhaul, I'm definitely going to be a lot more strict about what sprites get added as the art style gets implemented further. And if you have any questions, I am usually in the art and spriting channel. But yeah, because I don't think I've talked about the art overhaul on any sort of official basis. I've just said casually that it's a thing that's happening. But eventually, Delta V is going to have its own art style distinct from upstream. But there's a lot that needs to be resprited, which I'm going to handle most of that at first. The end.
Yay! Want me to talk about the various species projects?
Yeah, we already said we wouldn't.
Um,
I mean, did we already talk about all of them?
I know that
Yeah, we've already talked about like all of the species at this point, at least once.
you've
Bob, I'm not adding snail people. That was a joke.
get up here.
The current round has ended.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I killed a Rev.
Oh okay.
I am very cool.
Hi.
As for Delta V, I think it's a pretty cool place.
All right.
I don't know what else to add to this conversation, but the round just ended. So, hello.
Okay. Hello. Well, thank you for your kind words. I banish you to the commons. Anyway,
VM's
who else
asking
is there?
what did they miss about the species?
Primarily it was Diona were a big one that we spent a bit of time on. Basically, people were talking about well, Nosford in particular was concerned with the progression of Diona over its history, and yeah, it was. And then we were like, well, I mean, it is
I
a
mean,
Wisden species primarily,
yeah,
and if we are going to make any adjustments to Diona, we might want to consider running it by Wisden first. And if they're not interested in it, if they're like, oh no, it's fine, then maybe we can consider having it down here. Have the entire Wisden Diona commented out on my branch.
Yeah, it's still
Okay.
their species. I want it ran by them first. If they deny it, then we can look at it. But it's at the end of the day, it's their species. I'd be pretty pissed if someone took one of our species and just changed everything without at least trying to change the balance for us.
it'd also be easier if instead of changing Diana on our side, then they change Diana on their side. It's
Yeah,
going
it
to be
like
a
saves a lot
mess.
of maintenance down the road if they ever change anything, because then we don't have to.
Okay. Alarmed. Get up here.
No, we won't have Bihon because they suck. Also, I don't think Wisdom even uses them outside of ad memes.
Hello.
He got taken to the Shadow Dimension. I think he's gone.
Well, damn.
I don't think your microphone is working.
Yeah, he went straight to the Shadow Realm. He's gone.
Never forget.
He
you
just
raise your
died.
hand when you're good again. What else? So, about trials, are there any other things in the game that are? Oh yeah, Our
Yeah, the funny trolling that's going on.
what trolling?
You know, the invasion, constantly spamming slurs over the radio. People really need to
Oh,
a
that.
help stuff faster. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
The moment
it
the
was talked
moment you
about in the
see that
admin
shit,
meeting.
the moment you see that shit, you should help it.
You should
Um,
ideally just help everything if you think it's real breaking. It's like there's a lot of stuff that isn't reported. It keeps getting brung up in the admin meetings.
aren't trials not to decide guilt, but to decide the punishment? I think an aspect of a trial is to decide the punishment. I don't know if it is not to find guilt. Um,
Oh, I could probably speak on this.
go
Allegedly.
ahead. Go ahead.
So a lot of trials are for capital crimes, and usually at that point, it's pretty certain that the person has done the crime. Like particularly what we were talking about earlier with people being like, "Oh, we don't need to have a trial for this person. They obviously did it. We can just execute them or put them in perma." At that point, the trial is about deciding the sentence, and that's why even when you know if someone did something, you should still have a trial. If you are playing a lawyer and you could reasonably be like, "Oh, I can use this aspect of the situation to say maybe my client didn't do it," then you could probably try to argue for innocence. But usually, from my experience, when you get to the point that you're doing capital crime trials, usually they've kind of already figured out that the
Guilt
person's done it.
is kind of certain, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
but
it's
you
more
should
it's
still
more
have a
about
trial because one, they're
it's
required for
required.
that kind of crime, but two, it'll help you figure out the sentencing.
Right. So at that point, what you're saying is it would be the purpose of defense in a in a capital trial. It's more so about like trying to minimize the sentence as opposed to, um, you know,
Yeah,
proving innocence.
that's how I've always done it.
Okay.
Whenever I get a client where I'm like, well, there's no way they're gonna make this person innocent, I just negotiate for a lower sentencing.
Right. Right.
Because even like in real life too, that's often the case.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. So okay. So well, I guess that answers that question that Nosford had. Alarmed has his hand back up. Get up here. What's gonna happen with IPCs? I don't know. Hey, Alarm.
Yeah, he's. I think he's still dead.
What the? This dude. Okay. Uh. Anyway. I know how IPCs were. Back when we had them. I think weren't they just kind of busted?
Yeah, they were just like only merged because people wanted them. Then we just got rid of them after because they weren't really done properly. I think. Kind of forgot.
Pretty much.
They were like only merged because fuck it, or why not?
We really wanted them, then we realized they were very fucking OP, so we just
Yeah,
yeeted them.
it looked like a good idea, but it just sucked in practice.
It's fine, like with the added cyborg recharge and all that.
Yeah,
We
we can
just
like
need somebody to work on it.
someone is
Uh,
was.
true.
I don't think it's still being worked on, to be honest.
No clue. It's only been drafted for a week, so
You had a thing for drafted for way longer before I closed it, so he still was a bit ago.
hmm
Did you ever decide to continue working on that, by the way, the masks thing?
I mean, yeah, just I'm missing sprites, and T. Johnson didn't give me any. Then somebody else wanted to give me sprites, but
Yeah,
uh,
just
I'm waiting for the
we can
sprites.
just merge it as is. It doesn't really matter. Missing
Oh,
sprites can always be added later.
I'll work on that tomorrow then. Fix all the issues.
I don't think there really were any.
I think the paramedic helmet updated, so it doesn't fit at all now.
And just delete it.
Yep. Don't worry about it.
We'll say there's been a number of like little map issues that have been solved over the course of the last few days and stuff like that, because players point them out either in an A help or they at me in mapping or at one of the mappers in mapping. As far as like, my maps and everything, like on Edge, nobody brought this up until like yesterday. It was like there's paramedics don't have their void suits in the locker, and that was because the paramedic rework that Rose did that one day, where they were given like the suit storage and stuff. So basically what I'm trying to get at is I fix stuff like that, and just, if you see an issue with a map, let people know, and then they get fixed. Because I was surprised that nobody brought up the fact that paramedics don't have a suit on Edge. One of the stations don't have a reverse engineering machine, and like half on them don't have chem dispensers. Oh, half of them don't have chem dispensers, huh?
Yeah, I don't think that's a bug. I think that's a feature. Be glad we still have cloning machines.
Dude,
Yeah, the cloning
some
machines got
people-
like removed by Wisden. They got rid of it completely. You can like
what's
They-
the stance on that one? Debug.
I think removing it is gonna piss off a lot of people. I don't think you'll be able to get away with that one.
But isn't it giving them gameplay by just getting rid of the fucking cloning machine and just
mean,
having engineering
until
have
they-
to...
Until they rot, and then it's just isn't it like the final tier? You can't research anything else on that machine if you take it.
Is it really final tier? That's kind of sad.
I don't even know. I don't remember. I never really looked at it.
I mean, they did make rotting takes twice as long, so it's 10 minutes now.
Year 3?
If you really, hey, if you want to
Yeah,
not, like,
that's why we still have it. So we should like get
Tier 2,
the,
still.
the
that's
shitty cloning machine back that people hate. Because even if
Well,
it's objectively worse, it's better than having nothing.
the meta game is to play slime. You don't rot. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Just always play slime. It's just metagaming. What's that?
What?
Slime.
Power gaming. Yeah, slime doesn't. How would slime rot anyways?
Yeah, slime doesn't rot. We discovered that a while ago.
They just evaporate. They're just gone.
They just don't
Stop.
rot.
Stop existing. Yeah, the mobs do, which really doesn't make any sense.
You
when
don't
just
think
do this.
about it.
Don't
the-
think
the-
too much about
The
it.
player slime doesn't rot, so you don't have to clone them too fast. Prioritize the rest.
Yeah, or just use a defib. It's like way cheaper.
But yeah,
Wait,
if
they
we can find
removed-
whichever.
They removed cloning? Seriously?
I think that's our code.
Did we? One second. I
Oh,
gotta
never
look at
mind.
this.
That is Space Station. Oh my god, it is.
Yeah, I do think I might have missed that in the recent merge. I wouldn't be surprised if it made it in. I'm checking right now.
Whoa.
Because I've been having a lot of issues recently. They make really stupid comment names, and I don't want to look at everything It's like I've seen like at least 3 commits that are just labeled ad, and I have to open them to see what it is. Yeah, they removed it. I ported that one on accident.
My favorite comments in PRs are
Like,
the
that
ones
was-
just called troll face. Like
That was 6 months ago.
they've
It's
been
gone for
living
6
without
months.
clothing for
Yeah,
6
you couldn't. What the
months.
fuck, man? I thought like that was recent. It's been 6 months since it was gone.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, good God, man. It's
We should do this. It's gonna be fun.
All right.
Yeah,
Iced.
we should
I'll
add
get
Menton back.
you after alarmed. Iced. Okay. So alarmed finally is here. I can't wait for this payoff. Alarmed.
All right,
You better
all
not
right,
disappoint
fuck.
me.
Oh,
Oh my God, he lives.
I was getting Taco Bell. Okay, so I'm still on the snails. The snail people.
Yeah, what? The snails was a joke. We're not getting them.
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna defend it.
somebody banned
No,
this
no, you're
version.
not. We're not getting snails.
Please listen.
No,
They're
no.
really slow, and if they go in their
God,
shell,
move 'em.
they take
Get 'em off the stage,
like
move 'em.
exponentially less
Go
environmental
on, kick 'em.
damage.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that was.
When you sprite and code it
Yeah,
and
ban them from the server.
And then we will say.
Yeah,
I
then
don't
I'll
like
deny
it."
it and just delete
Yeah.
the entire PR.
Okay, Ice, get up here.
Okay, it's working good. So you're talking about the friendly antagonist earlier. When you
Yeah.
already have a mid-round antagonist roll, does it ask you like it does with psionics?
Does
We
it-
don't have mid rounds.
Okay, so they have to start as a antagonist.
Yeah, the
You
only
know,
mid
if
round we
they're-
have that you can like become in the rounds as an antag is revolutionary. That's the only one I can
Yeah.
think of.
I was
Yeah, and
thinking maybe
zombies.
that's why some people were like, I'm in the middle of a round, and then it's like, you've rolled an antagonist roll. It's like, I don't want to do it right now. I just want to
Yeah,
find like
those,
if that was why they were doing it. Okay, so if that's not a
only,
thing, then that's not important.
Only
So for-
revenants and zombies. All the other ones you have to like actually do an action to get them.
Right. So, and for trials, I don't think people know that it doesn't have to take place in the courtroom.
Just do it in disposals.
It actually just says in the space law that it's an arbitration meeting. It does not say it has to be in the courtroom. It does not say there has to be witnesses.
Just go into space.
Um,
Don't give the prisoner a spacesuit.
Well, we had a guy the other day that was accused of dropping a space carp in the middle of med. So we pulled him in and we're like, okay, well, he's being charged with terrorism. And we threw him in the brig and immediately called the command channel. Was like, we need a judge to do this trial. And the guy was like complaining in the Discord and in the game. He was like, they threw me in the brig with no trial. And it's like, I don't know if people know a trial doesn't have to be in, like, you don't have to have the
Instantly.
trial before you're put in custody for one. And
Yeah, no, just let them go free. Like they've only murdered 2 people. They can just walk the halls. It's fine.
yeah, we'll just come look for them again later. So the Mystagogue and the
Yeah,
captain
exactly.
came over within 5 minutes and were like, here's the evidence to let him out, and we let him out. And it's like, he got a trial, but he was very upset about that. I don't know if people know that like the trial is just an officer comes over and here's the case.
Yeah, I mean, some people do not have a real grasp on any law.
It's
So,
kind of rigged
Don't-
against the
Don't
prisoner.
tend to see it happen when wardening. I tend to either they get drug out to the courthouse or just no one shows up.
yeah, I
I
mean,
don't think they know that they don't have to do all those things.
yeah, it's if you want it to be formal and whatnot, you can use the courthouse. You don't. It's not necessary. However, it is a preferable environment to do something like that. Yeah, and some maps have the courtroom attached to security, like
One in
Arena
chat
or
says is
Edge.
trial by combat allowed.
Not Edge.
No, someone was
fucking
banned for that.
Asterisk. Is trial by
Just-
combat allowed on Arena? That's
Was
my
a head
main
of
issue.
There's a head of security that was banned for trying to get people to duel.
But yeah. Did you have any
The whitelisted, I think, not
anything
banned.
else to bring up?
No, that's it for now.
Okay. Gunther, get up here.
Hello.
Howdy.
I had a completely unrelated question to anything.
Okay.
The other day, I noticed that with the Mistagog's hard suit, you can literally survive a nuke. Like, it doesn't kill you; it just crits you.
I
Yeah.
think
And
I think
the
I
nuke
was
is already
watching.
busted anyways. Doesn't really
I think I
matter.
was
Like
watching.
when it goes off, it's already game
well,
over.
I meant more like, if it's that strong on just a nuke, should it really be that strong with like literally everything?
The nuke really doesn't deal that much damage. You'd be
Oh.
surprised. It's like it looks like a big explosion, but it's really not.
I mean, you'd think a point blank nuke explosion would. I mean, never mind then. I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's just like comparable to C4, I think, on every tile, but it deletes walls
Oh, that's stupid. Change it.
when you code
Anyways, send me to the abyss.
Okay.
it. Ban this man.
Bye.
I mean, I don't think the nuke has to be that strong because
It's a nuke.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
by
round
the, by the
ends right
time
after
it
it
goes
explodes.
off, the round is no good.
Except when it's low ups, but for whatever reason, still no one has ever implemented ending the round when they go win. Probably because they never win, but still. They like only win like once a month max.
I won recently.
Yeah, like it's like I said, one every month at most.
Yeah, this was their monthly one. They spent it at the start of the month.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, do we have anything else?
Yeah, alarmed again, but he's definitely gonna talk about snails, so don't bring him up here.
If you fuck it, okay. Now here's the deal.
Demote him.
If
If he
you-
talks about it.
If I bring
Here's
you
the
up
deal.
and alarmed, if I bring you up and you talk about snails, that's gonna end it's gonna end the meeting.
Can I time them out for talking about snails?
Yeah, time them out.
All right.
Talk about bird. How about you raise your hand? But I'll invite you anyway.
Yes. Hello there. All right. Hi, Colin. Yes. All right. I literally just today posted a. Was it today or last night? Yeah, I posted a PR for Harpies. Their second of 3 planned content updates.
Wow.
Yes. I actually needed to do this because I needed to learn about how to make visualizers, because that was something I needed to learn to do Lamia, which are next. Since I'm free from college now, I now have all the time in the world for the next month to work on these PRs.
Tubular.
So yes.
Well, that's good.
It. That's all I have to say. Harpies are getting some new content. Lamias are up next. After Lamia, we have Kitsune, and after Kitsune, we have Arachne.
Probably.
I think Arachne is like the easiest of all of them.
Yeah, ironically, like I probably should do Arachne after Lamia, to be honest, because yeah, really, all they don't have any new components I need to do.
Bloodsuckers, that base, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
would need to port Bloodsucker and
it's not
probably
a
rework it a little
priority.
bit. Yeah, it's not a priority.
Just get you to make a new sprite, please. I actually hate the
Yeah,
the
agreed.
they're so bad.
The absolute bulk of what I have penciled in for Arachne is actually just massively overhauling how their sprite works.
Honestly, just copy paste their prototype, remove what doesn't work, get a new sprite, and I'll just
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, they're gonna get like
Just
mainly white scale sprites that use markings a lot. With
make sure that like at least Arachnids or Arachne get a different name, because like one letter difference. That's They should at least
Uh,
be unique with the name.
you want them to have a unique name. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, either the Wisdom ones or the new Arachnid. One of them has to have a different name.
Okay. I was under the impression that we were going to comment out Wisdom Arachnids if we bring
people like
Arachne in.
them, so I'm not gonna remove them because like if people like them, why bother?
Okay, yeah, I understand
It's
then.
no
All
work
right.
to maintain them. Because I'm just gonna go the Nano route again of just removing a bunch of upstream species, and people don't like that when we do it.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, yeah, that's it. That's all I had to say. I'll let you know, working on all this stuff. Gonna be working a lot harder on this in the next month, at least until college starts again. All right, yeah, that's it.
Yay.
I swear to God, he talks about snails.
Yes,
Just,
he's been
All
constantly.
right.
We're just
What
gonna
is it,
ban him.
Alarmed? Well, what is
Ban
it,
him from
bud?
the entire Discord.
Okay. So snails IRL.
Yeah, get him down.
Timed out everyone.
Well, that's the meeting, everybody. Hope everybody had fun. I'm out.
Oh
He's
wait, I
gone.
never got to talk about
Left. Left.